20세기 작가 리부트 특별 공연, 연극팀 공연을 보러 와주셔서 진심으로 감사드립니다. 20세기 작가 약간 설명을 드리면 초연은 2015년에 했고요. 2015년, 2016년 동안은 이제 남자 버전으로 했었고요. 윤상호 선배님이랑 원통철 배우님이 해주셨고, 2017년엔 공연이 없었는데 작년 2018년 봄에 여자 버전으로 바뀌면서 처음 또 여자 버전 공연이 됐고요. 그래서 올해 또 2018년 봄에는 남매 버전, 그러니까 남매가 아니라 남자 여자 혼성 버전으로 처음 탄생이 됐어요. 그래서 또 올 가을에는 리부트라고 해서 원래는 선생님과 제자의 그 내용이었는데 형제 버전으로 처음 선보이게 됐습니다. 그래서 연극팀이 공연을 하는데요. 이 공연은 60분짜리인데 1부, 2부로 나눠져 있어요. 그래서 오늘 공연은 2부부터 중간부터 30분 정도 보여드릴 예정이고요. 저희가 흑백다방을 블랙 앤 화이트 티룸이라는 제목으로 4년 정도 그 에딘버러 축제에 나가고 있는데요. 이 작품은 20세기 작가를 라이터라는 이름으로 내년 3월 아들레이드 축제를 시작으로 에딘버러에서도 내년에 선보일 계획을 하고 있습니다. 그래서 즐겁게 감상해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 그리고 핸드폰은 무음으로 부탁드리겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Hello? Yes, ready now. Okay. Testing, 1, 2. Are you ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 20th Century Writer. Now, you join me today, and before the break, we were chatting to Susan here. Now, Susan claimed to be a writer, but have I got news for you? Ladies and gentlemen, here's a bombshell. Susan here is, in fact, Joe Henry. That's right, viewers, Joe Henry, the prolific writer of the 20th century. Wave to the camera. Hello. Now, many of you may know Joe Henry from all of her works back in the 80s. And look at those awards up there on the cabinet. She is the multi-time winner of the Drama Writers Award. And that's right, she's here today to let us know exactly where she's been since her heyday. Now, there's lots of interesting rumors going around, like she's been hiding behind a pseudonym or a pen name all these years. We're going to get to the bottom of this and much more. I'm very honored to be able to be interviewing you today, Joe. Now, can you give your viewers something that will inspire them? I mean, I know I, for one, as a writer in the 21st century, even today am struggling to survive in the shadow of Joe Henry.
Can't imagine how my face must look right now.
Don't worry about that. Now, look down the camera and give our viewers some real Joe Henry pearls of wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, yes, I've got wisdom. You know of Buddha? Well, when the Buddha sits in an upright position, it surveys the world. It carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. But just before he goes to nirvana, he lies down on his side. We call this the lying Buddha or the reclining Buddha.
The lying Buddha?
Yes, so he lies on his side, and out of his left eye, he can see the sea, and out of his right eye, he can see the sky. And all of a sudden, he realizes that nothing matters anymore. When he was sitting upright, he carried the weight of the world, but the earth has shifted on its axis, and now his eye line is parallel with the horizon, and his perception has changed. And I would like to tell you writers out there, and especially Sidney Connick, that like the waves that come and go with the sea, your time too will come and go as mine has. But it will happen.
Wow, isn't that poetic, ladies and gentlemen? That is the Joe Henry that I remember. This is the sister who I looked up to. Wow. So how did that go? Let's just recap for you viewers. So the Buddha here, he lies down. Is that correct? Something like this. And from this position, from the left, he can see the sea, and from the right, he can see the sky. Wow. That is just inspirational. Exactly what the viewers were looking for. And you see, this kind of stuff is why I am your biggest fan.
I wish you would stop saying that. I don't write drama anymore. I write variety shows. I'm not sure what I could teach you anymore. I can't think of anything.
Well, I'm sure we could all think of lots of things. I mean, I, for one, I came here today to see one writer, and well, I got quite another caliber of writer. I got Joe Henry.
That name doesn't mean anything anymore.
Come on, that name means everything.
What does it mean? If I was to take you on as my assistant, just say, how is it you think your writing might benefit from working with me? I mean, when was the last time I had any work published?
Oh, published, she says. Well, wait till you see this. Look at these that I brought with me. Tell me, Joe, do these look familiar to you?
My drama manuscripts. Is this part of the show?
These were from a time when your popularity had somewhat dipped.
But why? How?
Like I told you, I'm a big fan. I made sure that I rounded up all these rare manuscripts, memorized them, studied them, spent hours poring over them, and finally copied them up.
That's funny, actually, because that's what I used to do for my idol. I used to read his manuscripts, study them hard. I was desperate to learn from him.
You hear that? Even Joe Henry had an idol. So, Joe, who is this idol?
Ernest Hemingway. He inspired my dream to become a 20th century writer.
Cool. Well, you know who inspired mine, don't you? Only Joe Henry. I just really want to be a drama writer. That's what I've aspired to be. I just want to be a novelist, you know?
Yes, well, actually, that was my dream too. To write drama and become a novelist. But, like I said, I don't write drama anymore. I'm ruined now.
No, you're not ruined. You need to be a novelist.
I've missed my chance. No, but I could still be your teacher.
Do you hear that? I can be her assistant. I must say I'm nervous, but I will do my best.
You've been learning a lot through this, I'm sure.
Learning? No. That's just, well, that was out of admiration, really, and for fun. Like I said, I just want to be a writer. I really just want to be a novelist, just like you, Joe.
Yes. And that, like I said, was always my dream too. But I'm not sure you're right about me having the chance just now.
You're not sure?
No. Maybe I can do something for you, though, to start teaching.
Yes, so you're ready to be my teacher. Like I said, I'm ready to be your student. Oh, first things first. How about you sign my manuscripts?
Don't be silly.
An autograph.
Okay. Right.
Well, go ahead.
Will I use my own name? I don't need to use my real name, right?
No, you do, because we all know that Susan is a fake name. No, you need to use your real one.
You're determined to take everything from me?
I have a pen name, actually. Could you please write it out to my pen name? Would that be all right?
You have a pen name?
I do, yes.
What is it?
It's Sydney.
Sydney.
You know it?
Sydney. Are you telling me the truth is that you're Sydney Connick?
Yes.
Harold, you're Sydney.
Yes.
Turn off the cameras. Turn the
What
camera
do
off
you do?
now.
We're
Cut.
going to a commercial break. Okay, so we're going to a commercial
Turn
break.
the camera off.
We're going to a commercial break. What
Are
are you
you kidding
doing?
me?
Are you kidding me?
Live on TV. You tell me live on TV.
Well, look, you invited me to this show, all right? Just go with it.
You and the chief had this all planned. You had this planned for entertainment value.
No, we had it planned. Look, this show is your concept. I'm just going along with it.
You have no respect for me. If you did, you would definitely have told me before the show went live.
Look, why did you slander my name all over the place?
What are you talking about?
Well, everyone at the broadcasting station was saying it. The chief, the executive producer. I've heard all these rumours about how you had tarnished the Sydney Connick
The
name.
chief. Did you say the chief? Are you sure?
Can't remember. Probably the chief. Yes, like I said, they were all saying it. That my sister had tried to bring my name into the dirt.
Is that the real reason you came here? To check if a rumour was true?
Well, it was one of the reasons. I mean, I had to confirm something like that for myself.
Fine. It is true. I did start that rumour. I saw your scripts. I read your scripts. It was like reading my own work. The drama, the feeling, the emotion, they were my feelings, my emotions. You made me feel like I was the fake. You cheated me. They say a leopard never changes his stripes, and I guess it's true when it comes to you, brother. You used your own sister. And then you come here and you tell me you're my biggest fan. You're not my biggest fan. You've been so humiliated by me over the past 10 years. You couldn't even use my name. You're ashamed of me.
No, that's not the case. Look, I wasn't ashamed. Look, can't you see? All the things I said about being your fan were true. Look, I really look up to you and I'm proud to have you as a sister. Look, all these things, bringing your manuscripts, trying to convince you to be a novelist, I really do look up to you. This much was true.
Then why did you feel the need to come here to confirm petty gossip?
Like I said, I had to save some reputation. I just had to check that what everyone at the broadcasting station was actually saying.
What does
meant
it
something.
matter? What does it matter what everyone at the broadcasting station is saying? Who are they? Oh, what were they saying?
Well, they were saying that Joe Henry really was dead and buried. That you were living in a one-bedroom like this, hiding behind a pen name, not really writing much nowadays at all. They were saying that your reputation had really plummeted, your lifestyle had gone really sour, and I guess I've confirmed it now. Do you know what the saddest part of it all is? You know my century, don't you? My drama, I mean, the 20th century writer, you know of it. Well, the protagonist in that drama, you have essentially become her. I mean, I heard people at the broadcasting station saying it for a while, but I wasn't really listening to it. It was just them saying it. You know, they were thinking, oh, it must be based on his sister. But I swear to you, when I started writing that piece, you were not connected at all. I did not base that character on you.
You didn't come here to check up on me at all, did you? You've come to get some inspiration for your next episode. Well, tell me, brother, was it worth it? Are you satisfied?
I don't know. Look, it got great feedback, okay? I admit that was the reason why it was commissioned. And the station gave me money to continue it. Look, you know what it's like. I had to continue it or I'd be dropped. But the thing is, what really began to get to me was the guilt that I felt for writing this. And week after week, it became more apparent that this character, this loser of a character in my drama, was becoming more and more like my real sister. It wasn't intentional, but it was true.
Well, if you felt so guilty, you didn't have to keep writing it. My goodness. I used to be a star. I used to have fame. I had people falling at my feet. They could barely look me in the eye. I went out for a drink and they'd queue up begging to give me a lift home.
I had everybody around me. Chiefs, executives, writers, actors, actresses, assistants, apprentices, anyone I wanted. Now what do I have? A brother that writes his 20th century drama about his sister, his loser sister. You just came here to mess me about. And tell me this, if you had so much sway over the broadcasting company, if you had so much popularity, why didn't you just tell them to fuck off?
What? Look, you know I can't do that. Oh. Who can say something like that? I mean, you must know what it's like. I mean, yes, I understand. 20 years ago, you might not have had to have pandered to the broadcasting people like this, but that's not the way it is now. I mean, you obviously don't have much say. You couldn't even stop the chief killing your little dog.
Are you talking about Rover? Are you talking about killing Rover?
Look, I was really disappointed about Rover.
Just call the chief. You've got everything you want now, haven't you? All the information you need? Taken everything from me? Just go.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'll do you one last favour as your assistant, and then I suppose I'll be on my way. Yes?
Are you trying to euthanize Rover?
Well, this is what has to be done. I mean, the decision's been made. It's been called down by the chief. He has to go.
What if I don't want him to die?
Well, you don't really have much say in it, do you? I mean, there's a wasted feeling mourning over him. He has to die. The program depends on it. Besides, look, I have to save some reputation. We both do, with the broadcasting team. And you never know, if I kill Rover off, maybe, in a way, it will be a good thing, because you'll be off the hook with the broadcasting team, and you could re-emerge as a novelist, yes?
A novelist? You want me to become a novelist? Is that why you brought those manuscripts to bribe me?
These? No, that's just because I was a fan. I told you.
Say I did become a novelist, eh? Who's going to pay for my lifestyle? Are you? Are you going to pay for my daughter and her tuition? You have no idea. You say I should become a novelist because it's the right thing to do. Who's it right for? You're so selfish. I need a job to live, to provide for my family. I have to survive.
All right, then. That's fine. Survive. Survive. I'll just finish typing this up. I'm nearly done, and then you can live in your room forever. Is that good? What's the matter with you anyway? Did I hit a nerve or something?
What do you think?
I mean, what do you think you did to me? Huh? Do you not think you hit a nerve when you slandered my name all over the station? I mean, everyone had heard that. Probably most of my fans. Everyone in the broadcasting station. I mean, what do you think that did to me? Huh? I am your brother. And you knew deep down that I was Sidney Connick, and yet you took that name and in some perverse way you twisted it to slander my name all over the place. You tried to drag my name down into the dirt because you couldn't save a little dog. I mean, that's probably the real reason that you're embarrassed.
Embarrassed? How could you possibly understand the meaning of the word embarrassed?
Trust me, I do. Look, Joe, I can see why you're embarrassed. And like I said over there, 20 years ago, you probably wouldn't have had to have pandered to these people that way. But now, you simply just do.
You're determined to humiliate me further.
Joe, I'm not humiliating you. Can't you see I've come to help you? Okay, let's get straight. I've come to atone for the grace that you've shown me in the past.
For what?
Oh, come on, for what? You know for what. There's many times in my life when I've really struggled, and you've been there for me. Let's take it way back, financially alone. When I was struggling with tuition, you helped me with my university fees. When I was starving, you fed me. You know, you always made sure that if I was really down and out, I would have pocket money. I looked up to you, I always did. All I wanted to be was a writer just like my sister. And I couldn't even do that. That's why I had to hide behind a name. I couldn't use the Henry name because the Henry name would only ever be associated with you. You know, I tried to put myself out there, and all I heard was, oh, he's just Joe Henry's brother. Just a brother. If Joe Henry can write so well, then why can't he write half as good? And I was already in a bad way. So with everything combined, it really got to me. I've probably never told you this part. There's been quite a few times in my life when I've felt very suicidal. Quite a few times I've had to just talk myself completely out of throwing myself off a bridge and ending it all. But I didn't. I talked myself round it. I had to do that a few times. And I've been thinking about that a lot recently. But you've helped me. You've saved my life countless times. You know you have. And I've taken it for granted. I've used you. It might not have been on purpose, but I have used you to accelerate a show. So I've come to give you something back. Okay? No, just hear me out, Joe. Okay? Sidney Connick. What is Sidney Connick without you? You know, Joe Henry may have had all this fame once. It's true. You've described it yourself. But the truth is, she is dead now. She's buried. She had to die to pave the way for Sidney. Now, wouldn't it be fitting if I gave you the Sidney name? You could type what you like. I mean, you could write all your own ideas. It would be all your own work, but you just take my name. Use the Sidney name.
Take your name. Take your name. I have my own name. I was able to use my own name in the past. You make it sound like it's so easy. You've got everything.
Don't do this.
And now you want to kill an innocent puppy. I know everything dies. I know. Even the writer dies. And what about you? Do you think you will last forever? Do you think your popularity will last forever? Do you know how much it costs for me to live for 1 month? You'd be surprised if you did. I used to have the money. I used to be able to provide for my family. Do you know what that's like? To have that taken away from you, do you? And then the broadcasting companies, all they care about are viewers and ratings. And if you have low ratings, you disappear. And you come here to my safe place and try to get me to leave. I'm scared. I'll admit it, I am scared to leave. Because outside of these four walls, that's where the vultures are. The vultures that prey on the weak, and I'm the weak. But in here I've preserved everything. Everything that matters. Everything that inspired me. Everything from my past. It may seem stupid to you, but to me, it's worth safeguarding. And you come here. And you try to get me to leave. And make me lie to the camera. I do want to leave. But I'm scared. I want back what I used to have. Of course I do. But I lost it all before. What if I lose it again? I have to. I have to finish this show. I need the money. I have to think of my daughter. If I don't have this, I have to get a steady job. And clean toilets or wash dishes. And haven't I been humiliated enough already? Haven't I? "10 years I've been here. 10 years. 10 years. Do you know what I've been doing that time? Planning how to make a comeback. What I would say if I got the chance. 10 years. Since everything came crashing down around me. Well, I'm sorry if I'm such a disappointment to you. You say you're my biggest fan. You can't understand. You're Sidney Connick. How could you? You've got everything. Just call the chief. Tell him you've got everything you need.
Joe, look, earlier he said that the ratings are plummeting, okay? So he said to pick up some dolls, and really sadly, you know. Pick up some dolls, okay?
Do you know where I got these toys? Got them at an arcade. You know the game. And each time the hand grabbed for one, it was my chance to grab for some meaning for what's happened in the past. With each toy, I tried to find some. They've been with me here this whole time. Do you know what it's like to not be able to see the future? Do you, brother? It's hazy. I can't see past the haze. You've got the fame now, the fortune. Sidney has replaced Joe Henry. You've replaced me.
Sir, there's something funny, but isn't that a bit much? Isn't funny a bit much? Look, I think I'm going to go to the end now, okay? Just keep watching. I've got something good. I'll bring the ratings up. Yes? Yes? Okay, sir. Could this be the end now? Who knows? If I were to jump off a cliff, perhaps wings could spread from my back, and I could be borne up into the sky. Scary. Scary as I fall. Gravity pulls me down before my wings can spread. But just in that moment before I hit the ground, wings unfold wide from my back, and the wind gathers beneath them as I am borne high, high into the clouds. I'm a bird. I'm an eagle. I have become completely free. German. Wouldn't the seagull be better than the eagle? I say this because the eagle is confined to flying and swooping high up in the sky. But the seagull could fly far across the sea and wherever it decides to go. I wish you could be a seagull, Rover. I'm so sorry. Cut. So how did that do? 40%. The ratings are up 40%. Is that right? I told you I wouldn't let you down. Now, Joe, look, we need to find a way to end this show, okay? Let's see. Sir? I've already brought your ratings up. You want to end on a happier note? A happier note? Your ratings have been brought... Okay, I'll make something up. Where did I put my mic? There we are. 3, 2, 1. Us writers have the power to save people. Us writers have the power to bring people back from the dead. If we only so much as choose, we could decide on the fate of a dog and save it from death. If we only choose, we could save dead art also. So stop making these kinds of stupid decisions for us, you bastard!
Harold, thank you for supporting my work. Thank you.
Joe, do you want to hear the waves and the seagulls like we used to at White Rocks? Doesn't that sound like the waves, Joe? Remember from when we were young, playing in the sand and waiting for Mum. Yes, Chief, look, earlier I got carried away, I forgot myself, and I guess I just got upset about the fact that... What? Really? Really? Thank you, sir, thank you. Joe, no joke, if we can actually resurrect Rover, you can go ahead with your show. Joe, isn't this great news? They're going to keep paying you as well. Look, give me that. You have to write it this time. Sorry, Rover Boy. Flying away. Look, you could even take this off. You could make it a little cape.
다 식구들이니까.